You know, there's a call for the need for more teams or roster expansion.
All right, final minute here. Kelsey Mitchell, she's been brilliant, 24 points, and she's fouled on a 3. Cheyenne Parker taketh away, and Cheyenne Parker give it.
She played it, or you see Kelsey Mitchell got her on her back feet, but just that length got Parker back in the play to block the shot, but her momentum to get back in just continued forward and made that an easy call for the officials.
So much attention on Rhyne Howard, the #1 overall pick, who has shined so brightly today. Howard has tied the most points in a game this year in 31. But it's important to understand just how impressive the night that Kelsey Mitchell has had and the stretch that Kelsey Mitchell has had. Now 25, give her 26. She had 26 on Tuesday, 24 in New York on Friday, 26 here again tonight. The league's 3rd leading scorer coming in at 21 points per game. We had hoped Kelsey Mitchell would take another step, and she is showing the looks of a guard who is doing just that. Mitchell pulls Indiana back within 2. And a timeout by Tanisha Wright and Atlanta. They've got the ball, they've got a 2-point lead, and we have been treated to a brilliant one here on Amazon Prime.
Oh, this has been thoroughly entertaining. And we have 47 seconds to go, and those were 3 huge free throws that Kelsey Mitchell just knocked down. And whilst we're enjoying this basketball game, let me just take a quick second just to say that we are still thinking about Brittney Griner. And this is her 87th day over in Russia. And our thoughts are with her family. Not an easy time for them right now.
Well said, Tully, and there is that BG42 logo, which is on the floor of every arena around the WNBA. Griner, who's such a pivotal person before even a player in this league. Everybody hopes for her safe and expedited return. We've got 47 seconds to go in this one. Dream have the ball and the 2-point lead. Fever without Nalissa Smith due to injury the rest of the way.
This is where the communication is extremely important for the defensive players. We've got switching going on there. Victoria Vivians has got the job this time.
Howard's been hounded. Egbo's on her. Shot clock down to 4. Wallace sees it at 3. Wallace hoists. Wallace off targets. Howard the offensive rebound. Now the shot clock resets to 14, but Marianne Stanley calls for her team to foul. There was about 8 seconds between the clocks there. And that really is where that rule change, which by the way has been in the WNBA now for 6 seasons. That rule change makes a difference in a situation like this. The shot clock resetting to 14 as Howard sinks the first, and she now owns the most points in a WNBA game this year. 32 points. A brilliant evening, and Alyssa Smith answered the bell as well. The #2 overall pick had 18 points in 32 minutes before she went out with an injury. She looks, Rhyne Howard, nothing like a rookie. And with the poise of a vet, sinks the 2 free throws. The Fever are down by 4. Still a lot of time to go in this one. 20 seconds, but if you're Indiana, you're now looking to maximize possessions, and you're looking for the first good look that you can find and to try to get that look as quickly as possible.
Well, that's right. You don't have a lot of time to spend on the possession, so you have to make something happen quickly, and you hope that is an open, uncontested shot or a drive to the basket, either getting to the free throw line or scoring the points and getting fouled. But you've got to be in attack mode. And then, of course, the Dream will still have the lead. So we'll need to turn around after that again and foul straight away.
Fever have to be thinking as many possessions as possible here. You can't get it back on this play. Kelsey Mitchell with 27 points. She and Howard have combined for 60. We have seen the stars shine here inside the field house.
Oh, and they're going to call an offensive foul
On the, where did they get this on? Angsler? No, they got it on Robinson. I saw the 2-1, thought they were saying 21. They were saying 3.
Fever just have to foul straight away. You don't have the time to pick out who's the worst of the free throw shooters out there.
Mitchell knocked that away, and they're going to take a look. And this is where, if you're a Pacers fan, you watch the NBA, this is where the rule is different. There are no coaches' challenges. So it's up to the officials to call for these reviews. In the NBA, you have to use a challenge in the final 2 minutes. And Kurt Walker at least said he was going to review it. And now he will.
Still not sure what happened with the Daniel Robinson offensive foul. Of all the things that you didn't want to happen.
Well, they've now got this foul down in the books on Angsler. So I think there maybe was some confusion whether the official was saying 3 or 21. But it does look like it was given to Angsler. And now they're checking who touched this last. Mitchell certainly instigates the contact on the ball.
Well, that may be a Fever basketball by the looks. It's going to be a tough call to make.
This is a rule that I wouldn't mind seeing the NBA, the WNBA look at. It's sort of a spirit of the rule thing. If I knock the ball out of your hands, but technically it's still touching your hand last, should we consider whether, that should go the other direction? When these rules were made, we didn't have high-definition cameras who could break it down frame by frame like that. Mitchell certainly hits it out of the hands of Wallace. The question is, was Wallace technically touching it last?
It appeared that way from one of the clips that we did see.
Well, here's one thing we know. It's close, right? They wouldn't be taking this much time if it wasn't close. And now the 3 officials will discuss what they have seen. We've seen a couple longer reviews here in the final couple minutes, but in situations like this, it's so important that you get the call right. But these two teams now just kind of standing around. And wow, I think they overturned this.
Give me a whistle. Make me an official.
I like you right
I'm
here,
one for
but
one here.
if you want to go venture into that path, I will support you, my friend.
No.
I think all of that evens out.
I think I've got enough thick skin for that.
I'm not sure there was a ton of contact there on the Angsler offensive foul. 0.4 has run off the clock in about 10 minutes time. All right, here we go here. Mitchell. Vivian's tough look. Nearly hit it. Now the Fever will have to foul, and it'll send Nia Coffey, a 75% free throw shooter, to the line.
Pat, was that a bounce pass to Tori? Because on that occasion there, the ball had to get zipped to her quickly, so that bounce pass probably not the right option by Kelsey Mitchell. That takes a little bit longer, and you can see by the time Victoria Vivians did catch the ball, it was a tougher shot for her.
Well, look, give that Atlanta defense a lot of credit. As you've seen Alyssa Smith still nursing that sore right ankle on the bench. She went out midway through the 4th quarter. They stuck right with Vivians. They ran her through a couple back screens. They hoped to free her up on the perimeter. And Atlanta was there step for step. So the Dream lead is now 6. It was at one point a 77-76 game. So this is an 8-3 run for Atlanta.
This is where it starts to get a little bit harder now for the Indiana Fever. With just under 12 seconds, 6 points. But now you have to rely on your opponent to miss free throws.
And this is Indiana's last timeout too. And if you're down 6 with 12 seconds left without any timeouts, you might have to think three-point shot.
I'm going for three-pointers here, for sure.
Not sure you have enough time without front court privilege to run 3 possessions, which the Fever would need if they're not looking at a 3.
I was half expecting maybe for Lexi Hull to be out there as well if you are going to look for three-point shots.
Quick inbound, Robinson looking for an opening. Back to Vivians. Vivians step back, launches a three. That won't fall, and it'll fall out of bounds. Well, Indiana's been in a lot of these close games this year, which I think in of itself shows the improvement. And they close so remarkably in New York on Friday, but it's the Dream who hold strong down the stretch here today. And Atlanta comes away with 8 of the game's final 11 points, and they earn the victory over Indiana.